This podcast is brought to you by Audible.
Audibletrial.com audibletrial.com/fireside talks.
That's where you want to go.
You get a free book, free ebook, audiobook.
Audio.
Still can't get it right. I have 2 of them on my phone and I still can't get it right.
Yeah, I liked mine.
They're freaking awesome. I got Buddha walked into a bar and Food of the Gods.
Food of the Gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food for my brain.
They're really good. You know, if
you don't have to read,
you
man.
want to, like, drive.
That's my biggest problem with reading is sitting down and actually reading.
Like, who has time for that?
Like I
mean,
listen
I
listen to music all the time. I listen to podcasts all the time. So just putting on a book and listening to it is.
It's just as easy. You can fall asleep to it too. I mean, like, how good is that?
Yeah, that's what I love doing. That I fall asleep to like Netflix. But we're not talking about Netflix. We're talking about Audible, and we're talking about audio books. Okay.
So go to audibletrial.com/fireside talks if you want your free audiobook.
Yeah, when you get there, it's going to ask you to sign in with your Amazon account. Okay, just do that, and then go to your phone immediately. Whatever today's date is, go on the calendar, go a month from then, because it's going to charge you $15.
Don't let it charge you.
Don't let it charge you. Put that reminder in your phone for that month later, and then cancel it before then.
Oh,
but you still have your free audiobook.
By the way.
And if you like it, keep it going. Pay that $15.
By the way, everybody who is interested in canceling it, or if you still want to keep it, if you go to cancel it after a month, it'll say, "Are you sure you want to cancel this?" Click yes.
Yeah.
And then immediately after, it'll give you, like, if you're still interested, pay attention right now. After it says, "Are you sure you want to cancel it?" click yes, and then it'll give you a deal off for an extra month of audible.com for half off.
Yeah.
So I'm spreading the savings onto you.
Yeah, you
use
get
that.
What? That's a book and a half you get right there.
That's like
thanks to us.
That's 2 books for $3.
We're doing you favors, people.
So,
we're making you smarter. You're getting books in your head. It's just boom, boom, boom in the head. Books are hitting your head.
Right into the head.
They won't go in, but osmosis, man.
Oh, one of our guests who we have had on the podcast in the previous, Matt Weisbecker, has started his own podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Rated M for Movies.
Rated M, yeah.
Yeah, Rated M for Movies.
Check out.
It's on SoundCloud. You can go check it out.
Yeah.
He does weekly movie reviews.
Yeah, really cool. I read his blogs.
Yeah.
And now he's turning it into a podcast.
Yeah, the first one has started. It is Captain America, Civil War. So if you if you're not sure you want to go see Civil War, go listen to his podcast.
I don't want to see Civil War, but
okay. Go to audibletrial.com.
Do we want to the Altoona discussion?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Our friend Matt Zupon, who has also been on the show, started his own podcast.
Yeah.
This is freaking awesome that we have people starting podcasts because of us. Like,
yeah,
it's so simple. You just get microphones and you just talk.
Yeah,
you don't even have to have good quality mics.
Yeah.
The whole point is just talking. And that's it, everybody.
That's the beauty of a podcast.
Audibletrial.com/fireside talks. Get on that shit.
Hello.
And we're live.
What's going on?
We're not actually live.
We're live.
We're live right now.
Yeah. But in your time,
that's cool.
You're not live to us.
Isn't that
weird?
Be
live someday.
I think that's weird.
I want to do a live stream sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people would be interested.
I mean, who cares, you know? It's just
you're right, dude.
Live stuff.
Fuck the police.
I think we can do recording and live streaming at the same time, so we could actually just release afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
yeah,
YouTube would be released first.
Yeah, dude, we got to get a guy for that. Yeah. Let's just throw him over there.
Call him
We'll call him Philip.
Yeah.
Philip's a good name.
Where's Philip? Bring us a Philip.
Philip.
All right.
Get back over here. How have you been, man? It's been how many weeks? Couple weeks?
A month.
A month?
It's been a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Has it?
Yep.
Doesn't feel like that.
It's been a month.
That's
because we came back 2 weeks after spring break,
Yeah, we did one with Bryce.
and we did a one-on-one.
101 and one with Bryce.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're here. So
Yep.
how was college? How did finals go and everything?
Surprisingly, not as bad as I thought they were gonna be.
Yeah, me too, but I think my grades are going to be as bad as I thought they would be.
I hope not.
Yeah, me too, but hey. Just being realistic. It sucked, man. This was the semester that I was like, ugh.
You know, actually, no, I'll talk about this later.
Already?
I don't want to publicize this yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know what say something. I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing over there, but it was so hard because like calc got more difficult this semester, although my grades higher, but I had to put a lot of work in this semester. Physics, there was only a midterm and a final, so you had no idea what
Did you
was.
have a lab grade?
Yeah, but it was like fake pretty much. It was just show up, you get a B at least. The top half of the class gets an A.
Wow.
But so you couldn't even study like that stuff because it was a joke and you weren't actually taking it seriously. And then chemistry, chemistry was the easiest thing for the kids around me. But then like I would get my test back and I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, do I have a disorder or something?
How much study time did you put in?
I put in like a good at least a couple hours a night.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like anything when test comes because I get so anxious and nervous that I just start forgetting things.
I don't have that problem.
Well, I have a big anxiety problem, and I had it
Yeah.
when back in high school when I would audition for like districts and regionals and states.
You wouldn't perform as well under pressure.
And here's my thing, like in high school I never got nervous about tests, and I think it's because all of my stress went into those auditions, and I'm not playing trumpet anymore. So I think, and honestly I want to get back into trumpet. I think it was such a cathartic thing for me, so stress relieving. And I'm now realizing it because like I get so stressed out with tests and everything, and I'm like, well, I used to just go play trumpet when I got stressed out about tests, and then I was fine afterwards.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like the same thing about band. Like I was
No, not fucking band.
No,
just
but-
trumpet.
But what I meant was I met all of my really good friends that are still my good friends today from band in high
Yeah.
school. So like maybe that's why I had such an issue finding people to communicate with whenever I first went to college, because I just didn't have that social background
But
to
I
start
didn't-
with.
I didn't want that. I
I didn't want it either.
I started not to like the band. I mean, I like a lot of the band kids, but I don't like at a college level they're pretty serious about band, and I don't know about that. Like I don't, cuz the whole thing is I hate director. It's not that I hate authority figures. I like people, I respect people, but like the whole director musician relationship is very odd.
It's a lot more professional in college from what I've noticed.
Yeah.
Like there isn't the same like structural boundary that there is in high school.
But
like,
it's
everybody
still-
swears at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I sat in at a couple band practices because like I was bored a couple days early on in the beginning of my freshman year. There were nice days and the people were out practicing for band. It was like, well, I'll go watch because I had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
I just had nothing better to do.
But yeah, I don't know necessarily if I want to get back into a band setting, but I definitely want to start playing trumpet again. Because, like, thinking of, like, the problem wasn't, and here's the thing I'm also realizing, the main reason I quit was because of our director, and I realized I'm letting him win if I quit, if I don't keep going with it, you know, in a sense.
Yeah, I can see
I don't think that's his point, is to make people quit, but
yeah.
I don't know. Man has something wrong with him, but I loved it so much, and then just snap, you know.
It
I
was
gave up
senior
on
year.
it just because he gave up on us at the end. And it's so sad that one person can ruin something like that
For so many people.
for so many people. Like, there was a kid, I think 3 years older than us, really good drummer. And then Mr. D, something about state jazz auditions, and Mr. D didn't get him the music in time or something. So he he said, "I don't want to do the audition." Mr. D just flipped I just said his name. Whatever.
You said his name twice already. It doesn't matter.
He just flipped the fuck out on him, this drummer kid. And then he quit.
Wow.
He was one of the best in the state, and he just quit.
Wow.
He was going to go into music ed and everything.
Well,
And
I still talk to some of the kids that are in band right now.
how is that?
Apparently, those kids aren't letting him win right now
Really?
because
A lot of them are going to Penn State for blue band.
yeah, but I was talking to some of the juniors. So they're going to be seniors, and the one was auditioning for jazz band. The one drummer was auditioning for jazz band, and she didn't make a band, or he didn't want to put her in a band. It wasn't that she wasn't good enough. It was that
For people who are listening that don't know about jazz band, there are two bands: the advanced jazz band, the A band, and the jazz band, just the B band.
yeah.
So, I'm sorry if this is boring. But
Yeah.
this was our life for 3 years, for 6 years, for 9.
Since fourth grade. But so he was gonna just stick her in a B band, and she just said, "No, I'm not doing jazz then."
Yeah.
So he had to find somebody else to fill the position. And the same
You see,
thing.
that's the thing. We never went through with stuff like that.
Yeah, we always we're gonna quit, but we never actually
No,
did.
because we were a bunch of. Maybe that's why he hated us.
Because we kept on
He's
saying,
like, you're a bunch of pussies.
well, he threatened to throw us out sometimes, and nobody ever he never followed through with those.
Man,
Remember the day he told me to just get out?
get out, dude. Your arguments with him were quite possibly the worst possible times. Quite possibly the worst possible.
He started.
It was
them.
so awkward. You're fighting with him. It made me feel uncomfortable. Like anyone else, I don't know what it was about it, but anyone else arguing with him, I was just like, oh, okay, they're just arguing. But you arguing with him, I was like, this is weird.
Why?
It didn't feel right.
What do you mean?
It didn't feel real. I don't know.
How does it not feel
It
real?
was so weird. I don't miss it. I don't miss band. I miss trumpet. I love trumpet. I went
You
to
should
see
play again.
I went to see Shrek the musical last week.
Where
I was-
at?
Mishler.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Is
awesome.
it still there?
No.
Oh.
Just last week.
What's next? You know?
They were pretty I don't want to,
Sometimes there's some pretty good stuff up there.
They had a really good year this year. They had Young Frankenstein, To Kill a Mockingbird, and Shrek.
I want to take advantage of that. I mean, we have.
prices are going up,
Really?
and the set doesn't look too good for next year. I haven't looked into
How's
anything.
the summer?
I don't know any of it. Summer, I don't think they really do anything.
Apparently, the
summer.
Clarks come there sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, that band from Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Say the snowman, his teeth are falling out,
I don't know.
his
what the fuck
nose
that means.
is in the ground, his head is in the clouds.
That sounds pretty cool.
They're talking about a snowman evaporating in the wintertime.
That's cool. That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw Shrek the musical, and I was listening to The Pit because at the beginning, like the singing wasn't that great, and I was losing interest. And then I was like, I started listening because I was looking at The Pit and stuff, and I was like, I miss this. Just playing, just hearing myself, and like I still listen. I listen to Miles Davis on a regular basis, and I listen to Wynton Marsalis on a regular basis. But it's just there's a difference between it in your ears and you actually making that sound and it going back into your ears.
It feels more powerful because you have control of it.
Yeah.
And it's also, if you're just having fun with it, it is so much fun.
Yeah. I loved practicing. So I've said before I practiced 4 hours a night back in high school. I didn't give a fuck. My dad, he was just like, oh god. But now he misses it. He
Yeah.
hated it at the time. He was like, oh my god. He keeps playing the same fucking thing. Oh my god, the same fucking thing
Yeah.
for the past hour. Shut the fuck up, Dad.
Yeah.
And then now he's like, wow, I really miss that you play that.
That was the one thing my dad said that he missed a lot whenever I went away to school
Yeah.
was me playing my guitar. Because my dad was always very encouraging with my guitar
Yeah.
ever since I started it. Even whenever it was just sounded like dissonance. It was just dissonance the whole time.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
had a good
And-
5 years of trumpet where it was just honk honk.
Well, I mean, it's different whenever you give a kid an electric guitar and an amp that has distortion.
yeah.
It has
Yeah,
no
that's
experience
the
with it,
thing.
that's why most parents start their children with acoustic guitars. That way they're not
Yeah,
destroying.
why did he well, I started with an electric guitar. I gave it up after about a week.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you tried.
I tried. It didn't make sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for everybody.
No.
No.
Well,
I was like, why do I have to know all these positions and where to put them?
I don't know notes.
Really?
I do not know notes.
You see, I would want to know notes.
I know chords, and based on what I know about chords, I can form scales mentally. I don't actually know what the notes are, but what I know is that I've played with the guitar enough to the point that if I hear somebody playing something, I can visualize where to place my fingers to produce a good sounding improvisation on top of it.
Okay.
So yeah, it was more of a, I did it more of the Hendrix style of learning, less of the like theoretical style of learning it, which is a lot of a slower process, but it's more interesting in terms of like
I started
how you
the
can manipulate
theoretical.
what you want to do on the guitar then later on in your life, because you're not thinking
Well,
in terms of
That's
where
the
can
cooler way, because that's more of like the jazz way with instruments. You know, it's just, I mean, it's not all. Well, it is. It's chord based and it's free form in that sense, and it's so cool because when I listen to jazz, I'm like peering into, say, John Coltrane's soul. And it's like, oh, that saxophone. Like, what is this dude going through that's making him play that way? You know? It's so fucking awesome.
those saxophone solos are great.
I think I like saxophone solos more than I like trumpet solos.
Have you ever seen a live saxophone solo?
Not a good one.
I did 2 weeks ago.
Where?
In our quad, we had this thing called quad stock.
Quad stock.
Yeah,
That
it was
doesn't sound
it was
safe.
on Earth Day.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really
Man,
neat.
I wish my campus was hippie.
Well,
We
mine
had like
isn't.
an Earth Day celebration, but they just played hopscotch and like
Mine isn't that hippie, but
recycled
like
or something.
what they did is they put up like a little tent in the middle of the quad, and they ran extension cords to it and let people plug in their instruments and go up there and play music. For the first band, they were the headline.
Wow.
The guitar player was magnificent. I couldn't even
Where'd
fathom.
they get these groups from?
From the campus.
Really?
They signed up. They signed up to do it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and they did like this whole jam session. The guitar player dropped his guitar halfway through, ran up to his car into the trunk and drug a saxophone down and went up and started playing a saxophone solo, and it was good. This guy was an excellent musician, absolutely.
Okay.
He was very talented, but seeing like one of those live emotional saxophone solos being played is
Yeah.
far more
Dude,
amazing
that's
to just see than
like
it is
when
even
I
just
get
hear it.
into like these depressive states, I start picking it apart. Like, what's going on with me? What am I eating something wrong? It always comes back to music. It's always when I stop listening to music that I get into these states. Like, no matter what I listen to so much shit. Like, name a genre and I'll name you an artist that I like from that. Don't actually do it, but but that's just who I am, and that's just how I was brought up, because my grandfather had everything. just anything and everything. And I listened to
Because it snapped his trailer in
Whatever.
half.
did snap his trailer. But that's the kind of in movies rub me the right way, or they
I'm
can
hard
rub-
with movies. It's hard for me to get into movies.
the right movies. I mean,
Because I know there's some people who can get into movies like how I can get into music.
yeah,
And I'm really
yeah, like
fascinated with
our
that.
friend Matt.
Yeah, or like,
Like he watches a lot of new movies.
yeah. Well, Dan
yeah.
he's more of a
Dan
video
likes
game.
movies a lot.
He's more into video games in terms of
Damn
like,
it, I was playing him in Rocket
course.
League last week.
yeah. He's so good.
God damn, that kid's good.
That's all he does.
I know. And every time I play him, I remember how much that I don't play video games anymore.
I'm selling my PS4.
Are you?
Yeah, because I don't need it.
I can't come to that.
I don't use it for anything anymore.
Dude, fucking Uncharted 4 is coming out on
I
Tuesday.
don't want it.
What the hell are you doing, son? God damn it.
I'm keeping my Xbox 360 because I have Red Dead Redemption. That's still my favorite game ever.
Yeah. I think number 2 is going to ruin it.
I'm
Just
kind of
kidding. It's
scared.
gonna be awesome.
It is gonna be awesome though.
That's
But-
what I said when I saw the first trailer for Mafia 3. I was like, the first trailer sucked dick. Okay.
Now it looks good.
The second trailer?
Mafia 2 is one of my favorite games. Red Dead. I have
Dude, I
4.
couldn't get up for an hour. I had a boner for an hour.
I have 4 favorite games, and they're all on the old generation.
Skyrim.
Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption,
Mafia 3.
Mafia 2,
Mafia 2, sorry. Not yet Mafia 3.
and The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Those
I'll
are my
give you
4
that.
favorite video games.
I'd probably sneak Uncharted 2 into that
I haven't
Last
played
of
the
Us spot.
Uncharted's. I haven't had a chance to.
You're
so
missing out, son.
So I can't actually say that I don't like them, but I can't say that I like them either.
You're missing out. It's just like Last of Us minus the zombies and
Oh, it's
more
so
of
good.
the
And it's by
Being
Naughty
in-
Dog too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think they might be redoing a Crash Bandicoot. I don't know if that was your childhood, but that was my childhood. So
I know they're like working on like a Jack and Daxter movie right now.
yeah. Well, the Ratchet and Clank movie just completely failed, so they might turn around on that. I don't. Here's the thing. I'm really excited to see how Michael Fassbender as in the Assassin's Creed movie.
Really?
Yeah,
When does that come out?
that could go either way.
Doesn't that come out
Maybe
this year?
Christmas? This Christmas?
That's why they're not doing a game this year.
It's weird. I don't know how the story goes. I haven't done much research, but from what I was reading, Desmond's not even in it.
well, he's dead.
Well, yeah, in the games, but I thought they would go back to like game 1.
Oh, what I thought they were gonna do is they were just gonna leave the Animus out of it, and then just go to like a time period in history, and then just like do some person's life.
I don't like that though.
See, that's what I wish they would have done with Altair.
I want the whole like modern feel, and then him. Dude, I loved the first Assassin's Creed game. I don't know why. Maybe it's just that time.
I like the
That
second one.
age.
I like the first one and the second one.
Yeah, then it got shitty.
Well, Brotherhood was good too.
Brotherhood was alright. I don't know.
And
It went downhill fast.
Well,
They turned into Call of Duty games.
well, that's because it was Ubisoft's Call of Duty.
I watched this hilarious video of you remember Modern Warfare 2
Yeah,
at the end when
you murder all those people.
is it Shepard? He pours the gas on you and throws
Oh.
his cigar on you.
Yeah.
Well, no, the mall scene where you
That's
kill
what I
all
was
those
talking
people. That's
about.
fun. No, the end scene where you get off you're riding on those boats on the water.
I haven't played the game, but I do like. I've seen like the.
Okay, but anyways, he throws gas on you and stuff. But this person put like Activision on Shepard, and because Activision ruined Call of Duty,
Yeah.
and the gasoline's like all the DLC and stuff. And then the fire is like the price of $89.99.
Oh wow. Activision screwed up so many games.
Well, yeah, and it had Activision, and it had like Modern Warfare 2 on I forget the good guy's chest, and like Shepard shoots. Activision ruined. My favorite Activision game of all time. Dude, don't look at me weird. Spider-Man 2.
Was that on PS2 or PS1?
I played it on Xbox Original.
So it was a PS2 game too.
Xbox Original.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so awesome. I don't know why.
That's fine.
I was probably just a dumb kid playing the same game over and over again.
I remember when I was a kid, when I was like 5 years old, my favorite game at the time was Monsters Incorporated.
Yeah, dude, I love those those movie
On a PS1.
video games. Like I played Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
They were good back then.
They were good.
And
or
then
maybe we were just young and stupid.
well, I think back then it was because they didn't focus on a story. They made it more like an obstacle course game.
Well, and yeah, it followed the movie too, so it was
Yeah.
like extra add-on to
Yeah,
what you just saw in the theaters,
yeah, because
or
like
what you were going to see in the
with
theaters.
new movie games, they kind of loosely follow the movie story, but
Do
then
they
they
even
take
make
like
movie
alternatives.
games anymore?
Iron Man
Do they?
was terrible.
They did?
It was terrible.
Oh shit! Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
just terrible.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
So how about this Captain? I'm not even excited about.
I don't care
Captain
about
America.
Marvel movies anymore.
No,
There's too many of them. I just gave up.
I don't know.
Disney started pumping
Well,
out.
yeah, dude. There's like one every 3 months.
Yeah, I can't keep up. You know, like it's like X-Men with me because I love X-Men, but I can't follow the chronology because all the
Nope.
movies are out of order. So I just said fuck it.
I think the problem is too many comic books, man. They got too much shit to do.
It's like, it's kind of like how Superman, you have like unlimited material to work with because they've been making the comics since like the 40s
Yeah,
or maybe even earlier.
but they still do the same fucking Superman movie every
Yeah.
time.
Did you see Batman versus Superman?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't like it.
You already spoiled it for me.
Oh, I'm
anyway,
sorry.
but it's all right.
I did not like it. Yeah, I spoil movies all the time.
Yeah, it's dude. Speaking of spoiling, I'm trying to get caught up on Game of Thrones. Okay, you can't do that because anytime you get on Twitter, like Monday, I got on Twitter, and the episode from Sunday night was already spoiled by Time Magazine.
Oh,
Fucking Time Magazine, not some asshole that I follow for some reason. Time Magazine.
Just follow like Buddhist philosophy things, and they don't spoil
I
anything.
don't want
for
to
you.
fucking be a vegan. Fucking shit.
You don't
out
have
grass.
to. No, there was a Dalai Lama who once said, "I'm a Buddhist, not a vegetarian."
You know the path, man. You know. You keep going deeper. Keep going deeper. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Speaking of like weird meat, no, I've been eating meat all week. But speaking of like weird like meat things,
Yeah.
I think a hamburger is really, or no, not a hamburger, a cheeseburger is a hilarious atrocity that is just a crime amongst all levels. Like, okay, so imagine this. Imagine telling somebody that there's a man who lives down the street and he chops up the husband and turns them into patties and then milks the wife and then turns the milk into cheese and then puts that on top of the patty and then he serves that to
Yeah,
people.
dude, it's weird if you think about it that way.
That's
but
what a cheeseburger
I
is.
just think about it when it's going into my tummy, and it is delicious.
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, that is odd.
Like, I don't care, no, but I mean, like, it's just a weird thing to think about. Like, if you want to think about, you can think about anything like that, honestly, but
I guess.
that,
I
it's
try
just
not
particularly morbid to think about that
I
one.
do need to adjust my diet, though. That's a main thing. That's a main problem for me.
I've been eating like shit the past 2 days because
I just eat candy sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
this isn't good.
God damn it. And then I see the wrapper in the trash can.
And you're like,
I'm like,
"Whoa."
oh, man. Come on. It's like, for me, it's like a one-night stand. Like, I look into the trash can, and I'm like, ugh. So then I immediately take out the trash can because I don't want to look at it anymore.
Oh, so it's like denial.
Yeah. And then I have a really crappy shit. And then it's just...
Shit
odd.
reflects your health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. I like healthy poops.
They're great. They just flow. They just pop out.
I just realized there are crabs in this.
Yeah, my great aunt made that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like this half snow globe thing
Yeah, she melted down acrylic.
with crabs on it.
She actually painted most of the paintings in the house. Not that, but there's a painting behind you. The one up to the
That's
left.
cool, man.
Yeah.
I want to paint. I want to do shit. I want to have hobbies, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is cool.
This is a cool hobby.
I want to have more hobbies.
Well,
It's
okay.
it still hasn't hit me that it's
I'm
summer
announcing.
yet.
I'm announcing something right now.
Dude, announce it.
We are Fireside. No, we're not Fireside. Well, Fireside Talks presented by Campground Studios.
Campground Studios,
So,
everybody.
We've officially named the studio Campground Studios.
This is the Campground Studio.
And
We have a nice fire in the middle of it.
Campground Studios is home to Thad Zitch's mixtape that's coming out. He's
It's
dropping
going
it.
to be hot. I don't know what the title's going to be. I don't know what any of the songs are going to be. But let me tell you, I spit fire, and I'm coming at you.
Jacob Weibel is dropping his album here.
Jacob Bible is
Yeah.
going to drop his... And whoever else wants to
Yeah,
sign.
see, that's the thing. Like, it's more like an open invitation. Like, if you want to
Yeah,
come,
pretty much.
Yeah,
But, like, we're working on my mixtape first.
yeah, and we're
So-
working on my album first. So,
I just got to get some mad beats going.
but
I think I might have a lead on my beats.
if anybody wants to like do drums for me, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I can't like record drums. You're gonna have to record that yourself and just send me the file.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. We love music a lot.
Yeah.
We like podcast. Yeah, but I want to do more shit. I want to do like painting, or I don't know. I want stuff to get me off of my fucking smartphone. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Today I had to go into work to get some paperwork done and shit. And there were two other kids that are getting hired with me. They were both on their phones the whole time. We were actually in the lady's office. Like, she was talking to us, and they were on their phones while she's talking to us. And they're just flipping through Snapchat.
Yeah, they're not actually doing anything productive. They're not even talking to
What?
anybody.
Why do you care about that person?
My dad, I had to explain something to my dad the other day, which he thought was insane.
That you get titties on Snapchat?
No.
Okay.
My dad, he was asking about like, or no, he was complaining about people talking on the cell phone while driving.
Yeah.
I said, Dad, you would be afraid of a college campus. Everybody drives by and they're texting. Nobody's talking on the phone because millennials are so afraid to talk on the phone. They're all just texting each other.
Honestly, that's not the case, like, of people walking around on my campus. A lot of them are talking on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
At my campus,
it's surprising.
everybody's walking around and texting. And
Well, the ones who aren't walking around on the phone are texting. So we're glued, man.
yeah.
I don't
That's
like
why I leave it. I actually started leaving it in my room a lot.
I don't want to do that because if I actually need it, I want to have it.
I'm not really afraid.
I'm afraid, man.
But
I mean, if they tell me there's candy in their van, I'm probably going to get in. So
like, but the thing that I had to tell my dad, that I had to like explain to him, which he thought was insane, was that I told him that whenever people walk around the college campus, and I acted it out for him. I said, this is what they're doing. And I pulled out my phone and just looked at it. I looked down and I walked around the house like mindlessly. And my dad was like, so everybody's like a zombie. And I'm like, yeah. And
it's
like,
exactly what it is.
yeah. And then he said, who are they possibly like, who could they be talking to?
That's what I think.
And then I said, that's the thing. They're not talking to people. They're not even talking to anybody. They're just reading the news. In the news is what's happening.
I don't think they're even reading the news.
They are reading the news. They're reading the social news. They're not reading the actual news. They're reading what people are posting on Instagram, what people are posting on Snapchat.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different news. It's a different kind of news.
I guess.
It's a pointless news that doesn't, it doesn't appreciate for anything.
I don't understand, man. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I hate when I catch myself, like, on Snapchat just looking at people's stories. Why do I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. I shouldn't give a fuck. Maybe I do give a fuck. That's why I'm fucking on Snapchat all day. But I don't get it. And then Instagram, I don't care. I don't care what those people are doing. But I'm there. I'm on there. I'm looking at it. Twitter, I don't care. I only care what Donald Trump has to say. Did you see his tweet yesterday?
K6 out.
Oh, yeah. That.
I don't get on Twitter. You've always asked me
No,
that.
but it's... Yeah, you don't watch the news either. Okay,
Yeah.
so he tweeted, the Mexican grill at the Trump Cafe has the best taco bowls. I love Hispanics. # Happy Cinco de Mayo. And it's just him with his taco bowl going, thumbs up. Oh, my God. That man's going to be president. So
No, he's not.
yeah, he is.
I like your theory.
Who is stopping him?
I like your theory.
I do like my theory, but here's the thing.
He's on an ego trip.
If that man wants to be president, he's going to be president. He just slayed 17 of the top GOP
Even the Bushes.
officials. The Bushes, who aren't even going to the GOP convention now. The man prevented 2 former presidents from going to the GOP convention. He slayed Jeb Bush, murdered him, made him look like a puppy on national TV. And then
Remember?
he took out Chris Christie. That wasn't hard. He took out just everyone. Scott Walker, the boy wonder. He took out Marco Rubio, one of the best politicians on the GOP side. He slayed him. John Kasich,
The most
amazing governor from... I won't say amazing. Good governor from Ohio.
he was
Slayed him.
he was the most reasonable of them.
What the... He's awoken... I was talking to Zupon about this the other day. He has awoken this anger in this country from 8 years of George W. Bush not doing shit, which I don't think really did it. But then you have this hope and change candidate. Because I think a lot of these Trump supporters were people who probably did vote for Obama.
Because the change didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you had hope and change, and then he got in there, and nothing happened. So you have that with 8 years of shit, and then basically another 8 years of shit. They're tired of it. And that's the thing. And they'll take anyone, even if he's saying, oh, we don't want Muslims anymore. All the Muslims gone. You know, they don't care because he's talking like how we're talking right now, and people like that. That's attractive to them.
Well, what I think is also kind of happening is, well, first of all, have you noticed how many young people who are saying like, look, if Bernie doesn't get the nomination, I am voting for Trump.
I haven't noticed anyone saying that.
You even noticed that?
No.
I've noticed
Probably because I only talk to myself.
Oh. Well, there's quite a few young people who I've heard say that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Interesting. That's really interesting to me.
I understand
means-
because both of them are basically fuck the establishment.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're pretty much opposing. Besides the whole fuck the establishment and fuck the system.
See,
and
I don't care if either
I'm
one of
not
those
voting
make
for
it.
Trump.
If either one of those make it, I'm kind of happy because I kind of want
I'm not voting for Trump, and I don't want a Trump presidency.
writing in Bernie Sanders.
But I think it's what we need.
I want a Trump presidency over a Hillary presidency, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because Hillary would be another 8 years of this shit that's not going to happen. But the thing about the Trump that I think we need is we need just complete and utter just fuck up. Just go in there. He's going to tell Congress what to do. He's going to tell... It's going to be anarchy.
He's going to be screaming at them. He's going to be like, look, this is what the fuck we're doing. You make it happen. I don't care how you do it. Make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't...
Which, you know what? We kind of do need a president who just does that. You know, we don't need a president who cares about whether or not he's getting elected in 4 years. We need a president to get in there and say, hey, look, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish in 4 years. We are going to accomplish it. I don't care what means we do.
I don't know if... I mean, there are a lot of things that I hate about what he says.
There's probably better ways to do it than he...
Here's the thing. a lot of these things are very complicated issues. And that's the whole problem with everyday, like, us just talking about politics. Everyday Americans just talking about politics. The thing is, these are all very, very difficult problems.
They shouldn't be.
But they shouldn't be, but they are. Like, the illegal immigrant problem. It's not just round them all up and get rid of them. You know? And I don't think
he's gonna do that.
the answer, the rebuttal to that should just be let them all be there. I think something does need to be done, but I don't think it's just round them all up in a sack and throw them over the border.
But we can't let all of them over here.
And he brings up a good point about the Muslim thing, in a sense. Whether or not you want to admit it, Islam is a religion of violence. It goes back to
well, they've been at war for thousands of years.
Back to Muhammad. He was a war hero. And then when he died, they fought wars over the city of Mecca because they didn't know who was supposed to be the
successor.
The successor, yeah. But, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't fucking ban all of them, but he's raising the question, hey, these people are coming here. Why aren't we doing anything about it? I mean, at least he's bringing these things to the table. I don't agree with him at all on these things, but someone's actually asking the questions. I mean, that's about the only thing I like. But so is Bernie. I mean, he's
doing it in a more civil way.
I don't really like socialism, but
me either.
He's rational.
He approaches socialism in the most rational way that I've seen in terms of
pretty much
how like presidential candidates.
Well, and you know, if he gets in there, he's not getting shit done.
Oh, yeah. 100%. He needs more backing.
And he doesn't have backing.
Yeah.
Because the establishment hates him. And that's the thing you're seeing with Trump being the nominee now. He is the nominee, pretty much. And
what if the RNC just says nope?
They're not. Reince Priebus already endorsed him, basically.
Okay.
He said we all need to gather and support Donald Trump. # never Clinton.
Have you seen the John Oliver episode?
Which one?
The one where he
Donald Trump.
Or wait, maybe it was a Stephen Colbert.
Okay.
I can't remember. They blended.
Just what was the thing?
He was pulling sound bites of Trump in sound bites of different Republicans, and he was saying it's a match made in heaven, but they don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
Because he quoted he had sound bites of different Republican candidates who were running for the presidential election who held a substantial chance, like Marco Rubio. We need an outsider, and then it would cut to Donald Trump.
Well, yeah,
I'm an outsider.
That's the
I've never been in
he,
Washington.
He's everything that they want, but they don't want to support him.
Yeah,
he is. Whether they want to admit it or not, he is the Republican Party.
He's a businessman. That's what they always say. They want a businessman.
Yeah.
They always say they want an outsider.
Well, look how well Mitt Romney went. Well, I mean, he was a governor too.
Yeah.
But he was a businessman.
And what was the other thing? They always want. Oh, tell it like it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird. But then and then on the Democratic side, you have everybody standing by Hillary Clinton, which I don't get. I don't understand that one at all.
Yeah, she's super establishment oriented. She's not gonna do anything really. I don't think she's gonna do anything.
No, it's just going to be another 8. I don't think this president's going to be an 8-year president.
4 years of rich people being relaxed.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a close one.
Well,
man, that 2016 one, that was close.
I also don't understand why she won't just release the transcripts.
Oh, of Benghazi?
No, not of Benghazi.
All right.
Of the Wall Street speeches.
Here. Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
That is.
And she's like, I won't do it until everybody in the race does it, including the only other person who's done it is Donald Trump. And she's like, I won't do it until Donald Trump does.
But that doesn't matter. She's the Democrat.
This is for Bernie.
Yeah. Bernie hasn't done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I liked at the debate when he's like, here's all of my transcripts right here, bitch.
Yeah. But
I don't have any.
yeah, it's just every time he talks, he's on camera, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Crap. Oh, so like the one thing that I'm really really confused about and have literally no idea, and I think it's really confusing, and I don't think anybody understands it. Benghazi. What happened? Why are people upset about it?
So, there was an attack on the embassy
In Benghazi.
in Benghazi, Libya.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently they knew about it beforehand. But that's not, or maybe they didn't know about it beforehand. But the real issue is the fact that yeah, it does have to do with that. Okay, so there was a video that was made by the terrorists. I don't know if it was Al-Qaeda or one of those other, like
it's not Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda's a Middle Eastern one.
Yeah, it's like Al-Shabaab.
Because that'd be a West African.
I don't know if it's I don't fucking know. I'm not a terrorist. But it was one of them, and they made a video, like a recruitment video, and Hillary Clinton, she emailed her daughter the next morning or something about, it was probably the video that caused it. But in another email, I don't know. This is just what I got. I was in the hospital when the trial was going on, so I watched the whole thing. But apparently, there were other emails that she knew that it was actually just straight up like an attack, and it wasn't based off of the video. It was just like a pre-planned attack, and they knew about it, and they didn't do anything to get the people out of the embassy.
Yeah.
And then tons of emails back and forth about her knowing about it happening and stuff, and that's the shit that's not getting exposed.
I still really do not get it. That's a complicated matter. That's a really complicated matter.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like, to me, that's even more complicated than Watergate.
Yeah, kind of. Watergate's pretty simple. Yeah.
Because, well, Watergate's simple because there's a lot of people involved.
Yeah.
And as silly as that sounds, for whatever reason, when there's more people involved, things are easier to figure out. But it's also because more people are willing to talk.
That's true.
But like,
well, it's easier to piece a puzzle together with
a million pieces,
a bunch of pieces. Yeah.
Instead of if you have like 5 pieces.
I guess is that true? I don't know.
Well,
if you have a 1,000,000-piece puzzle, it's pretty hard to put that together.
How about you can put more larger pieces together with less material, because like,
no, there's more detail.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna have a bird and trees and ocean and stuff. I don't know why there were trees by the ocean, and then like that with 1,000 puzzle pieces, it's gonna be more detailed. But like 2 puzzle pieces of that, it's not gonna be very detailed.
You need one and the other in order to like figure out what's going on.
That's cool. Yeah.
Because like with the Nixon one, you could have like 50 people and no Nixon, and you could pretty much figure out the whole story. But for whatever reason, with the whole Benghazi thing, you pretty much just need Hillary Clinton to fed up to whatever happened. Yeah. And she won't.
No.
Because you can tell she just dances around it.
I don't know. I probably made myself sound like a fucking idiot because I really don't know.
That's
what I mean. Nobody knows. Yeah, nobody does know,
Yeah.
and fucking CNN won't tell you about it. Besides the fact that she's innocent. She's innocent.
I didn't watch the news, so I don't know. All I know is that like Benghazi was a thing. People were talking about it, and Republicans were bitching about it. And I was like, I don't know what that means. What does it mean?
It was on 9/11 a couple of years ago. So
it was 9/11 2012.
Yeah. So that's why it was a planned attack. It was them going after our embassy in Libya because in like 2011 we killed Gaddafi and ruined that country, and then the terrorists took over their country.
What a crazy...
You can't topple a dictatorship.
You can't topple... No, you can, but you can't topple a dictatorship and then force a democracy and hope that it
pretty
works.
much. Democracy works everywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't get about the whole, like, people say, well, it's good that we went over and killed Saddam Hussein. And I say, why? And they're like, well, because he was a bad guy. He killed people. I'm like, yeah, but he killed people every time they wanted to, like, start a revolution or start a civil war amongst each other. It's like anytime a Shiite killed a Sunni or a Sunni killed a Shiite, he'd go and murder a couple thousand people and be like, hey, stop that. And they would stop because they'd be scared.
Yeah. Not in that sense. But, yeah, I don't think. Because, look, we killed bin Laden. Is terrorism dead? No. You don't. And that's
that's questionable too. Did we kill bin Laden?
Shut the fuck up. We killed bin Laden.
Did we?
Yeah, we definitely killed bin Laden.
I don't think we killed
How many planes have you seen flying into buildings recently?
I don't think we killed. Well, how many planes did we see fly into buildings after 9/11?
He was planning, man.
Yeah, right.
He was coming around.
He was not planning.
Yeah,
he was hoping he could hide in that house for his whole life.
Yeah, probably. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Greatest terrorist of all time.
Oh, God. That'd be weird.
Dude,
he would have been like the number one wanted man in this country.
In the world.
Not in the world.
In the world.
No, the world means everybody wants him.
Dude, fuck terrorists, man. Bunch of assholes.
I bet Europe didn't really give a shit about Osama.
Probably not.
Europe gives a shit about ISIS because they're actually like fucking with Europe right now. They're actually hard.
Yeah, but they're not doing shit. We're doing more than Europe is.
Yeah. Well,
Except for Russia.
Well, technically, did you know, like, I didn't know this until like a couple weeks ago, that anytime the U.S. deploys action anywhere, it's technically the collaboration of NATO. So technically, the United States Army isn't like the U.S. It's funded by the U.S., but it actually like belongs to NATO, which is weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
Because the United States.
Wait, say that again. I didn't. What were you saying?
The United States military is like funded by the United States, but it's actually like owned and operated through NATO.
Is it really?
Yeah, we just get NATO approval to do whatever we want because we are the main funders of NATO. Because
that's true, and that's one of the things that Donald Trump wants to eliminate. He wants
NATO.
Well, not NATO. He just wants other countries paying their fair share.
Oh yeah, because because back in like World War II, the bullets we used, I don't know what types of bullets we used. I'm not Bryce here, but like they were called whatever caliber they are, standard issue United States round. Well, now they're called whatever they are, standard issue NATO round. So so all all NATO countries use the same guns. All NATO countries use the same caliber. All NATO so that way, if we do go full on total war, we can all communicate with each other and like function. And apparently, we all train in the same way too. Like the UK trains their soldiers the same way we train our soldiers.
Wow.
So that way, whenever it comes down to like battle situation, we can communicate with hand signals. We don't have to speak the same language.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How many countries are in NATO?
All of Western Europe, Canada, United States.
Yeah, Canada's the big one.
Canada's actually has a big army.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Do you know our Navy has 380,000 people in it?
That's believable. Yeah.
We have the biggest.
Is that reserves?
No.
No?
No.
No, that's just straight up
We have
Navy?
100,000 reserves.
Holy
we have the
shit.
biggest operating Navy on the planet, man.
Wow. I love the ocean.
Isn't that insane?
That's something, yeah. I don't know, man. I've been thinking about military.
What do you mean?
Like, I want to play Call of Duty again.
Really?
Yeah. That's about it. Nah, I don't think I'm meant to be in the army. That's what when Hillary Clinton becomes president and we go to World War III and we get drafted.
We're not getting
I'm
drafted.
not fit for drafted.
Nobody's drafted.
I'll shoot my knee.
I'll just say I'm a homosexual.
Don't ask, don't tell. Don't do it.
Or actually, no, even better. What do you
Just show up dressed like David Bowie. They'll be like,
show up dressed like David Bowie, and as soon as they start asking you questions, I want to kill. I want to kill. I want to get in there and I want to kill everybody.
Oh, this reminds me. I watched Tropic Thunder the other week. Oh my god. Oh,
Robert Downey Jr.'s best movie.
Oh my god. That movie's so hilarious.
He plays a black guy.
He does play a black guy, and it's probably Jack Black's best movie.
It's Ben Stiller's best
that
movie.
and School of Rock.
Ben
School of
Stiller.
Rock still holds up.
Yeah.
I like School
Ben
of Rock.
Stiller's best movie, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller has been in some shitty movies.
Yeah, but he does some other movies.
I watched the worst movie ever called Duplex.
What is that?
Oh, it's bad.
You watch some shitty movies, son.
No, I played Netflix roulette.
Oh, what
Yeah,
is that?
I didn't know what to do. What is that?
You didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what
Isn't
to watch.
there a show you haven't watched yet?
Yeah, probably.
I feel like there was always a show that I was getting on you about.
But I didn't want to watch like a show because I was kind of like I had people over and we were like, well, what do we want to watch? And I was
Okay.
like, let's
Okay, this situation makes more sense. now.
Yeah, it was like, well, let's just play Netflix
Redneck roulette.
Yeah, redneck roulette. That's called whenever you put a 12 gauge and you fill it up and you just pump it, and then whoever gets shot first wins.
I want to win. I want to win. Somebody's played that game before.
You don't win, you a pussy. You a pussy.
Dude, that's some like Alabama, Mississippi shit.
Oh, damn it, my sixth toe on my left foot came off.
Dude, I want to live in like Alabama for a year.
Well, I was standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see.
But wouldn't that be fun to live in the deep south for like a year?
Yeah.
I just wouldn't go out at night.
Dude, you're white. You don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, but I don't wear capes, and I'm not a dragon. And I'm not a... Huh?
What? What does that mean?
KKK, man.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, but they're only out at night, and they put like... My mom said she saw when she lived in Daytona, growing up, Florida, and she said like the KKK would roll through, sometimes, and there would just be like she grew up in a black neighborhood.
Set crosses on fire in people's
She
yards.
grew up in a black neighborhood, and there would be burning crosses in the yards. No joke, man.
Apparently, where
Fucking
Matt's
70s
from,
were weird.
where Matt is from, there's a KKK precinct down there, or like
Yeah.
like a little
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Oh, I don't get it.
I
I don't
it.
get how you hate a race that much.
I don't understand how you could be that
What is the point of the KKK?
ethnically cleansing the world of black people.
Like they just want to be a white community?
I don't know. I do not know.
I don't
They're obviously religious driven if they're setting crosses on fire.
I don't give a fuck about your ethnicity.
I care about what you're like.
I hate a lot of white people.
There's white
I
niggas.
know that.
There are white niggas.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I don't like a lot of white people. Why do I have to like all black people just because they're black? You know?
Yeah, there's white niggers.
Dude,
And-
stop saying.
And there's
What the
black white
fuck?
trash. They're the same thing.
I guess.
They're the same thing.
But what my bigger point is I don't like people.
There's Chinese spics.
Dude, what
and
the
there's
fuck
Mexican
is going on?
chinks.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying that what I'm saying is that the word itself doesn't have to correspond to a race. It corresponds
exactly.
to personality.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's more than just a minority speaking.
I'm making a point.
Yeah,
That's what
I got you.
I'm
now.
making a point.
I got you now.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That
what-
thing's falling off again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. I got it. But I don't understand why people are like that, and that's the whole politically correct and everything. We don't respect every white person, you know?
Yeah.
If there's a dumb white person talking, we're like, oh, that's a dumb white person.
Yeah.
But when a minority starts talking, if they're not, if they're dumb, you're just like, oh, okay.
Well, it's because their ancestors had to deal with our badness.
I guess so. Yeah,
I mean, no,
that makes sense. But
there's still a
the
race
point-
problem in this country. There is still is a race problem.
Oh, totally.
Yes.
There is 100% a race problem. You're looking at fucking Donald Trump right now. But the point I'm trying to make is that good people come in all shapes and sizes, and assholes also come in all shapes and sizes.
That's what I was getting at with
Yeah.
by using those slang terms.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I apologize to anybody who might be offended by what I had said, but like, it wasn't like intended to be like racially offensive. It was, like, yeah,
all shapes and sizes, man. And that's the thing that I think we're missing out on with the whole politically correct. We're not respecting the person anymore. It's an idea. It's a skin color. It's a gender. It's a what's your sexuality? You know, it's not who are you actually as a person.
yeah.
Like fucking Caitlyn Jenner, who
murdered somebody.
who murdered someone. And there are far better people that you can pick to lead your transgender movement.
Yeah, I mean, they're just not famous.
No, because they're not a fucking Kardashian.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's sad that... Okay, here's the thing about Caitlyn Jenner. She brought to attention the whole transgender thing, and I think it's been very helpful because a lot of kids do commit suicide that are transgender, and I like it in that respect. But she's still a shitty person, and I think that's the whole thing in all of this, man. Like, you know, I was making fun of LGBTQ LMNOP, but the thing is, we don't just respect each other, because it doesn't matter what you're into. It doesn't matter where you like sticking your dick. It doesn't matter where you like taking it. It's just treat other people with respect and listen to them and actually get to know them. What are they like? You know, you don't just judge people by these labels. You know, I don't oh, Jake's the long-haired kid. Oh, fuck that kid. He has such long hair. Fuck that. No, dude, Jake's pretty cool.
I get so much. I do actually get discriminated upon sometimes.
Yeah,
or no,
totally.
I get profiled. I get profiled a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Because dumb people just see the first thing. Because have you ever noticed that? Like that's the first thing. I remember back in like school when we had like a substitute teacher, I would always compare them to like someone else. I'd be like, it looks like this teacher mixed with that teacher, or I don't know what the fuck.
I never did that.
But no, but we judge a lot of things on appearance and a lot of things on titles, which I don't think is a good thing. We should be judging people on who they are. And it's so cliche and it's such bullshit, but that's just how I live. I don't give a fuck about you. Like,
Yeah,
give a
no,
fuck.
like,
I don't give
you
a
don't
fuck
care.
about your race, sexuality, or anything.
Yeah.
If you're cool, you're cool. If you're nice, you're nice. If you're respectful, you're respectful. It doesn't matter. And yeah, totally. Your ancestors went through slavery and
But that's not you.
and hopping the border and shit. And yes, I do feel bad for that. But yeah.
But that's not you.
That's not you.
You didn't do that.
Unless that is you. Which then mad respect for you.
Well, no, the thing that I don't like is whenever African Americans today get mad about slavery.
I guess. Why?
Because they have no reason to be. I mean, they kind of do have a reason to be mad about it, but
Yeah.
they can't even like imagine what that must have been like, because I can't even imagine what that must have been like. It's not like any of them have been enslaved here lately.
I guess not.
None of them that are alive.
Discriminated against.
No, they're
badly,
still discriminated against. But like,
which is so sad.
I mean, what was the last time one of them? This is gonna sound bad, but I mean, like, when was the last time any of them have been blasted by a fire hose? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean,
But-
but I'm just saying every.
I mean,
single-
Ferguson was bad. Ferguson was
bad. Baltimore was bad.
But
No, but here's my point: is the fact that they're going through shit every day. People look at them and they see they're black. I'm gonna walk the other way.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was waiting across the street, and this girl, the crosswalk, it went 2, 1, and she was crossing when it hit 0, and this lady, white trash as fuck, she screams, "Get out the way, you black bitch!" And I'm like, whoa, that just happened. Like, you forget that happens until it happens right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, you're always like, oh, racism isn't real. And then you're just like, what just happened? What, like that, like not even, oh, wow, what's she doing in the crosswalk? No, you dumb black bitch. Get out the way. Like that, man. Yeah, maybe she shouldn't have crossed, but
I don't know.
I don't get it. Maybe it's just we have a different view of the world, man. And I think that's the thing. People don't understand that either.
That's true.
It's not your world.
Because
It's a bunch of little worlds in one.
Yeah, nobody has like a true understanding of anybody else's world. Yeah. Yeah. Because like we don't know. I have no idea what it's like to be a black man.
No.
And that has to be like a totally different world. You know, I mean, especially with somebody like a name like Jeeba. There was a kid named Jeeba in my one class.
Okay.
Like, that's going to be hard for that kid to get a job just because of name discrimination.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
they're going to
true.
see that and they're going to be like, well, I don't know about it. Like, his name's Jeeba. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like, you know, who's to say that
Yeah,
person has any, like, that's why I'm kind of like into everybody being seen as a number, as just credentials and nothing else.
I guess.
And no sex, you know, like no sex, no race included. And like, what if they did blind interviews with like voiced disguise? So like all the voices sounded the same. So you talked into a phone, and like the only thing, so they can't actually see you. They can only hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And they don't know what sex you are or what race you are. So
I think also, this gets away from like the sex and race thing, but job interviews, why aren't there job auditions?
Yeah.
You know?
Like a blind audition.
Like, oh, you're really good at answering these questions, but how does that pertain to you actually getting the job
and then
done?
have you do the job.
Yeah. I don't understand that. But yeah, I understand what you were saying about Jeeba and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I never realized how privileged I am until I like kind of step into those other shoes and I kind of see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I grew up with a father, a mother, a brother, kind of middle class.
White.
I had
male.
most of the things that I wanted, I got. It's like, I didn't struggle at all, man. And I feel bad in that sense. And certainly I'm not well off. I mean, compared to other people, they have a lot more than me. But it's just like, wow. I can't even imagine.
Well, what I think is crazy is how people today act like they're entitled to so much.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I see it in class, too.
oh, my.
There are people who have anger issues about their grades. I deserve a
Fucking
B.
professor.
I deserve a B.
It's professor's fault.
Who the fuck are you that you deserve a B? Who the fuck are you? Did I get a B? I don't know. I probably deserve a B, but but I don't. Where are they coming from? And I think it's that, man. I think it's they don't understand how privileged they are.
I liked having an older guy as a professor.
Really?
Yeah, he was for my biology professor. He was like probably like retiring age, but he was just teaching because he likes doing it. And he was like, Whoa. All right, so we're having audio problems. And anyways, so having like an older professor was interesting because it was kind of cool to hear his view of the world. Hello? Jesus. I can't believe I don't know what just happened, but whatever. Whatever.
Good now?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Awesome.
But hearing like his view of stuff was so fascinating because like he's seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's what I don't understand our generation in saying fuck the authority.
Yeah.
Like, we're 18, 19, 20. We haven't even seen the world yet.
Mm-hmm.
And you have like yeah, I get there are a lot of like 30, 40-year-olds that you think, yeah, they're kind of dumb. But they've seen more shit than you, and you can learn a lot from that.
Yeah.
As opposed to just going, oh, they said that dumb shit. They're stupid. But actually taking their life experience, that's what I always took advice from everybody that ever gave it to me. Just not even if I didn't respect the person, I always took their advice.
Just listen to it.
Yeah, well, trumpet's a big example. Like, everyone would tell me what to do. Like, even if I didn't want to do it, I still took it in. And I still... Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of... Like, there's so much you can learn from older people that we miss out on because we think, oh, we're the special generation. We're the generation that's going to change the world. We're going to scream, no more rape, and then rape's going to be gone.
It's going to disappear.
And it's going to...
Because we said so.
Just not happen anymore because, we're doing good things. We made signs and everything. Instead of actually fixing the problem, we just went out and started shouting about it.
Like,
and we thought that, oh, that would actually change something.
Yeah, protesting is being mistaken for activism now.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Well, have you seen the Never Trump thing? Like, they're just they're standing outside and blocking roads going to the Trump events. Like, just last Friday, he had to go to the Hyatt Regency in, I think, somewhere in California. But he had to get off on the highway, go through, like, the desert into the back entrance just because there were protesters blocking the front entrance. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing by stopping him from going in there?
Not really doing much.
He still has all these supporters, And I don't get the whole, like, the Black Lives Matter thing. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything.
They're
not making anything happen. It's just kind of...
Yeah, you're not... I don't know.
Want to go hold up a sign?
What?
When I go hold up a sign and say the environment's bad?
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah, we're
Fix
not...
the environment.
Like, nah, tape on it. Fix it. Yeah, but I don't... That kind of stuff doesn't solve problems.
Yeah.
Sitting down and actually thinking through the problem, that's what solves problems. Not making your big sign of black. And I get it. I understand it. I understand you want change right now,
I heard an interesting theory was that the black community doesn't have a strong leader and they need a leader that isn't part of the rapping community. That they need like another Martin Luther King in order to like actually get progressive change in the country instead of...
They have a fucking black president.
Yeah, but like he's a white man's puppet.
That's true.
He's just because he's not fully black.
That's true.
You can actually tell.
Actually,
you can actually tell the Illuminati actually just paint him a little bit every single day to make him look black, but he's actually white.
But actually, yeah.
Have you? He got a lot whiter as he's been in office. Have you looked at a picture?
It's called he's aging.
No,
and he's stressed out.
He's Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna say that.
He's going through Michael Jackson
already.
Treatment. He's going through Michael Jackson treatment, so nobody can identify him whenever he's done being the president.
Okay.
So he can just walk around and be a normal person.
I saw a funny video. He's staying in D.C. for 2 years.
Afterwards?
Yeah, well, because his youngest daughter has to finish high school.
Oh.
And so he was watching, it was just like the White House made a funny video, and he's like hanging out with Boehner during the day and stuff. But at the beginning, it's
drinking an iced tea.
It's the one guy from MSNBC, and he's like, Obama, what's he gonna do? Going from commander in chief to couch commander. And Obama's like, fuck you. But it bleeps it out. He closes the laptop.
Is it actually him?
Yeah, but it bleeps it out. And then he's like, yo, John, what you want to do? And then they go watch like a movie together and stuff. And he's like, man, this is boring. Not being president sucks.
I bet he can't wait to get out of office.
Yeah. I can't even imagine being president.
Fuck that.
Ugh.
I'm perfectly happy doing my thing.
I don't ever want a position like that.
I don't need so much power.
I don't ever want to be a CEO. I don't ever want to be a...
CEOs have it pretty easy.
Do they?
They're like, all right.
Sounds pretty stressful to me.
All right, here's what's going to happen. We're going to have the finance. We're going to have the finance offices drop like what we need to do this year.
Any title that you have to abbreviate just sounds stressful to me.
Well, I mean, El Presidente. Is that abbreviated EPDA?
Okay.
El Presidente.
Yep.
See, like, if I became the president, I would exclusively be referred to as El Presidente instead of Mr. President or, like, President Weibel or anything like that. I would be El Presidente.
Okay.
And all my
That's
staff
cool.
would be like, El Presidente! And I'd be like,
That's
what?
cool.
What's going on?
Oh, man.
And, like, I would, like...
It still hasn't hit me that it's summer yet.
If I were the president, I think what I would do is I would start, like, every... I think every night I would deliver, like, an address
Dude, just shut the
straight
fuck
from
up.
the Oval Office.
Shut the fuck up.
And it'd be like, all right, we're calling this... I don't know what I'd call it. I think I'd call it something. I'd call it, like, talks with the president. And
Okay,
I'd just kind of sit there and it'd be like, all right, so here's what's going on, everybody.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
I'm going to drink this iced tea for you. No, I'd turn it into a live TV show where people can like call in and tell me to do dares.
So guys, like, I want to try something out. Like, I want to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, it still hasn't hit me that it's summer yet. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm kind of like feeling that.
So, I think I'm going to buy a slip and slide. I think that would make it feel like summer. My brother, when we were kids, we had a slip and slide in the yard.
Those always hurt my stomach.
We have a lot of snakes in our yard.
Oh, you don't like snakes?
I hate fucking snakes. And we had a slip and slide. And he goes down the slip and slide, and then a snake comes across. I think that's why we're deathly afraid of snakes. But he runs straight on the slip and slide right into a snake. He gets up and starts running. Dude, I would have pissed myself if that was me. God damn it, I hate snakes.
I don't mind snakes.
Ugh, how? It's fucking slither. They don't have legs, man.
So, I don't... Spiders have too many legs.
I love spiders.
No.
I don't care about spiders.
You know what?
Spiders can't eat you.
Why?
Whole, man.
Why do... Oh, the way how they open their jaw, isn't that super cool?
That's awesome.
Like, they eat like a whole... Have you ever seen the one eat an alligator?
Alligator.
Oh, it's so fascinating.
What? No. I haven't seen it eat an alligator.
Yeah, there's a video
Okay, that makes me scared of
of
spiders.
a python eating eating an alligator whole.
Oh, a python. I thought
Yeah.
you meant a spider.
Oh,
What the fuck? I was like, now I'm scared of spiders. Yeah, we're done. What? Where does it go? The spider just has an alligator behind it.
oh Oh,
Yeah, dude, I've seen pythons eat. God damn it, I hate snakes.
Like a tarantula with eating an alligator? Oh, God.
You know what wasn't scary for me, though? Snakes on a plane. It was so fake that I didn't even
rubber
care.
snakes.
Yeah.
You're like,
Rubber snakes and CGI
"Whoa."
snakes. It's like, oh, it's Nagini from Harry Potter. All right.
So I started reading that book, In a Sunburned Country, right behind you. It's underneath my music thing. Yeah, right there.
Cool.
It's about Australia. And they apparently in the 90s in Australia, a group of scientists, biologists, studying the life there, because life in Australia is just ridiculous. Like apparently like some of it shouldn't exist, and they're like fascinated that it still exists there. What they found was an extinct species of ant, wasp.
Okay.
From it's a holdover from whenever ants and wasps, whenever ants were evolving from a common ancestor of wasps. But so there was like an in-betweener that got taken out.
Yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah.
It's still alive in Australia.
Really?
It looks like a waspy ant.
So does it walk?
Yeah.
Can it fly too?
Some of them can. It's kind of like the queen, or like,
Ugh, I don't like bees either.
you know how like queen ants can fly?
Yeah.
Well, that's like the queen like bee wasp ant can fly too, but the rest of them can't.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So what about it?
Well, we used to find them all over the world in fossils.
Yeah.
And for the first time ever, in the 90s, somebody noticed them in Australia and was like, whoa, that looks like those fossils we have. And then somebody took a couple samples and took them back with them and found out that it was the fossilized thing that we thought was extinct for a couple thousand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for a couple 100,000 years.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you see, speaking of like fossils and cool ancient shit, they just uncovered like the ruins of another Egyptian city underwater. Oh, it's so cool. And then like their fish, the fish have made their homes inside of the stuff and everything. It's so awesome.
So, you know how like there's this new evidence to suggest that the ancient Egyptians were actually existent much longer before we actually thought.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of makes me wonder, have we been here before? Have we been to this point in human...
Yeah, that question comes up a lot, yeah.
And is it possible that we just destroyed ourselves before and we were like, oh, we've got to start all over?
I guess.
And then...
Or fucking just big meteor hit.
Yeah.
Is
Or
it a
anything.
meteor?
Anything.
Dude, those scare me.
Meteors?
Yeah,
They're
one
just trying to know. You can't worry about that. You know, nobody's gonna know about it if it comes, and whenever it comes, you're gonna be dead before you even knew.
That is true.
So like, what's the point? You know, it's like, oh, I mean, like, okay, do you actually think if scientists find that they're gonna like make that public knowledge? There's no way they're gonna make that public knowledge.
I guess.
Because what happens if you make that public knowledge?
Do you
The
think
whole world explodes into
Do you
a
think
big
they would
freak out.
save the president in that case?
How could you?
Just take him underground.
Say it's the size of the earth.
No, I mean, would they take any safety precautions, or would they just let it go?
Or they'd just be like, well, shit.
Here we go.
Oh. The president just like, he actually like he goes up to the, he comes up on live TV that like an hour later and says, I am resigning. And then he just drinks himself into a coma.
Everyone's like, what the fuck's going on?
Like, that's weird.
And then Donald Trump runs for president.
And then a week later, the meteor hits, and we're like, oh, shit, we're all dead.
That's probably why.
No, what do you know? That's why the president resigned. He just wanted to enjoy his last week.
That would be odd. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that is a weird thing. Yeah, I wonder if they actually would tell us. Well, we live in... But, I mean, we live in this social media age where we would all find out anyways. Oh, you're shaking your head.
We don't know. We don't
when
know.
You went off about El Presidente for 5 minutes. That was all right, but when I start talking, they would call me El Presidente, and then I would drink the iced tea, and then fuck you,
Eric Cartman. No. What I think. All right, Area 51. Social media doesn't let us know what's going on in there.
That's
So,
true. That's a good point.
Yeah. So like, it's obvious that people can keep
But
secrets.
I'm just
in this
saying more
country.
people would probably know about.
They probably flashy thing them.
do what?
The flashy thing them.
The flashy thing,
Yeah, you flashy thing me.
dude. What the fuck?
Have you ever
man?
seen Men in Black?
No. Oh yeah, but I don't. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about now?
Oh yeah, the memory thing.
Yeah, remember when Will Smith is like, "Did you flashy thing me?"
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't watched that movie in a while.
In the old white guy, I don't remember his name, is like, no, but he totally did.
It'll come to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy
Yeah.
Lee Jones.
Yeah. Will
Oh,
Smith
yeah.
is like, "Did you flashy thing me?"
Remember when he played Two-Face? That was a weird movie. Had the Riddler in it too, and Robin.
When was that? 80s?
90s. I think that was Batman Forever,
Ooh.
maybe.
Nope, I've only seen the recent series.
Which is the best series.
Oh,
So-
it's so good.
This girl in my English class, we had to write these papers, and she wrote, this was so fascinating, about like actors getting lost in their roles. Stop flaring your nostrils like that. Actors getting lost in their roles. And she was
Like
talking
Christian Bale.
Heath Ledger and the Joker. And apparently he got so caught up. Jack Nicholson was interviewed after Heath Ledger's death, and they're like, what do you have to say about his death? And he's like, I warned him. Like, what the fuck? But he got so caught up in the Joker role that it actually fucked him up. And it's doing the same thing to what's his face right now? I'm drawing a blank.
Christian Bale?
No, lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars.
No idea.
He's playing the Joker in the new movie. It's gonna come to me.
And he's getting crazy too?
He's getting crazy too. Well, actually, he stayed at like a mental asylum with people so that he could get into that kind of feel.
What if like in Macbeth, so like Macbeth was the cursed play, and for whatever reason, whenever the people would perform the play, like different events would play out in their lives. What if the Joker is the cursed role of our generation?
I guess.
Oh.
No, but he's going, he's doing weird shit. Like, he sent used condoms to Will Smith and stuff. Because they're on the Suicide Squad set and everything. And then, this was a couple months ago, but they were having, like, a cast party.
Yeah.
And he sent this, like, pig, like a big pig roast in.
Yeah.
And it had carved in it, "Am I as good as Ledger yet?" Yeah. Like, people get... I think you do have to get lost in it, though.
Yeah.
That's such a iconic role. Like, you look at, like, even Mark Hamill voicing it. Like, you watch him. It's so odd. Like, even you looking in the mirror trying to do that role.
Mark Hamill voiced that?
Yeah. You didn't know that? On the cartoons and on
Star
the...
Wars?
Yeah, and on the
Really?
Arkham series,
I didn't know
the video
that.
games.
No.
Dude, he's so fucking good.
Huh.
But like even you just trying to do that role, it fucks your head up.
Like, you just have to get into
And
it.
she wrote her paper about how like these actors and what we see on television and stuff kind of messes with us in that way, which I thought was pretty interesting. She mainly focused on the Heath Ledger thing, which I found fascinating. And
Did he like commit suicide or something? Or?
Drug overdose.
Which I heard like there's like
Dude, I was watching some interviews of him after like the premiere of the movie. He was fucked up.
Really?
There was no way he was going to be a normal person again.
There was
Just-
like an
he
whole,
did that role perfectly.
There was an Illuminati conspiracy behind
Yeah,
it too. I don't believe it, but
No, me either.
it was
But
kind of silly.
do you get better than that? I don't think there will ever be a better acting.
It's true.
Role.
When he was hanging from the building, oh my god.
The whole movie, dude. Every
You're right.
single line is, I mean, that's not him, that's the writing, but how he performed it,
It is the Joker.
gold.
It's not even him, it's just the Joker.
Yeah. You don't, yeah. That's what, yeah. And then no wonder he got lost in it. No wonder he got caught up in being a psychopath. And then you just have to, I think it was a speedball, I think. Was that heroin and cocaine or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's died in, I think, his hotel room or a bathroom.
That's the most dignified place to go.
Yeah.
Mainly on the toilet seat. I like the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Elvis. Played out Elvis style.
Wasn't he eating a sandwich too?
Yeah.
What an odd fella. What an odd fella.
A lot of painkillers and
I
stuff.
hope I don't go on the toilet. I always think about that, like slipping, coming out of the shower, hitting my head off the toilet or something. What a horrible way to go. Just laying there naked, dead in your bathroom.
Have you seen V for Vendetta?
No.
Oh.
It's been a while and I didn't watch all of it, so. But there is a really cool line in that movie that I like. It's like
Remember. No.
no, shut up. Artists depict the truth with lies, and politicians hide the truth with lies, or something. It's something really cool like that.
Let's look at that. I can't remember.
I can't remember either,
Yeah.
but it's really awesome.
But the whole movie is amazing.
Yeah.
The whole thing is so amazing.
Natalie Portman shaved her head, man.
But yeah, she did. But you telling me about like the slipping in the shower thing and hitting your head on the
Yeah.
toilet. That reminded me of the one scene in the movie where he pushes the one like politician over and he slips on his beautiful shower floor and like the way the cinematography of it is just amazing. The way how they make it look, it's just like it looks so powerless. Like, you know, you see the powerful man be reduced to such a powerless little helpless mercy begging piece of shit on the ground.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's so cool because it's almost kind of like metaphoric. Like they toppled the power and put it on the ground and made it beg for mercy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Literally, that's what they did.
That's awesome. I love movies. Speaking of movies, check out Matt Weisbecker's Rated M for movies. Boom, boom.
I'm tired, man. Do you
Dude,
wanna
me too.
wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap this
Yeah.
up. It's a long day. I had 2 tests today.
I planted 2 trees.
Dude, that's awesome. What kind of trees?
Apple trees. Planted them in the
Apple
backyard.
trees.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like this place.
I love this place.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are great.
All right. Well,
Stay roasty and toasty.
thank you for listening.
We will hopefully be alive. Yeah, we're going to
back.
stay alive. Yeah.
Coming next, we're hoping
Coming next. Doo-doo-doo.
episode 20. We don't know when, but
Episode 20.
I'll be back.
Coming soon.
I'll be back.
You're going to Michigan, man.
Well, Michigan for like an hour, and then I'm going down to Ohio and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Going camping in Ohio.
Oh.
I'm kind of like not ready for it because it's supposed to rain the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
It's still cool getting away from this place and
Yeah.
somewhere new.
Yeah, I mean, like, go west, you know. That's like where I want to be.
I
so
like west.
better than east.
East at least it's settled in a final location. Corbin